Chosen ones, this word is for you. This is not for just any old body, because let me tell y'all something. It's not too many people right now out here who are really awake spiritually to what's going on, to what Jesus Christ is really doing in the earth for real. There are a lot of people who are really lull to sleep and want to stay asleep. And they're going to be sleep, baby, with crust in their eyes. Because a lot of people don't want to see the world as it is, and they just want the world to adjust to how they are. And the reality is that's not how this works. For a lot of you, I want you all to really understand that you have entered into a level of understanding of who Christ is that most people will never see in their lifetime. And I say this with zero cockiness and zero, superiority or anything like that. The reason why you are there is because you were open to the secrets and truths of God. You were willing to be uncomfortable for a season for God to reveal himself to you and show you things that you always wanted to understand. And had you known how deep and how hurtful and how much it would take you aback, you probably would have told God no, had you known everything it was going to entail. But you were always hungry for wisdom. You were always hungry for understanding. You were always hungry and just in love with God. You just wanted God. And because of that, God has given you who he is. And you've been able to see the beauty of that. You've been able to see the parts that comes with great attack, because the enemy didn't want you to come into the level of wisdom and understanding that you now have through Christ. You have been able to overcome and survive a lot of things that the average person just cannot do, because the average person is here for pleasure and not for purpose. The average person just wants what they want. They are here for the satisfaction of their flesh, for a good time, to go party, to just enjoy themselves, because life is that to them. Life is not much more deeper than that. And a lot of these people will feel those voids in the lifestyles that they're living, but they don't want to humble themselves to the fact that in order to live a higher life, it comes with greater levels of sacrifice and a greater level of surrendering and laying down a previous life that doesn't work. A lot of people want to live in glorified dysfunction and call it, I'm doing the best that I can, or call it, well, I still got this and that going for me. But guess what? Guess what? For many are called, but few are chosen. And you are God's chosen few. I want you to understand, please don't let nobody make you feel like you're wrong for following God. Please don't make nobody feel like you're crazy, or you just always talking about spiritual warfare and you're always in some exposure of talking about things that need to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people want to downplay who you are and what you're doing because they're mad, because they're down with the mess. And they don't want you being the one to let people know about the stuff they be doing. They're mad that you could see what they're really up to and what they really glorify and what they think is cool and all right and fine, because a lot of people really love sin. They don't love God. They love sin. And then they just insert God where it's convenient and easy for them. And so you have to really respect yourself, and you have to really understand that you were not built and you were not put in a position to be someone where you just take everything so, like it's whatever. No, you take life seriously. Life really is deep. The problem is people are not deep enough. The problem is that a lot of people are shallow. A lot of people don't care about anything but themselves and what makes them happy and what makes them look good. And you're beyond that. You're not on the surface with things. You're not shallow about stuff. You really want to go where the substance is, where the meaning is. And this world, it doesn't teach us to care about those things. And so you're one-on-one. You're not like most people. So please don't feel bad when you don't fit in. Don't feel bad. I know when I'm really talking to a chosen one, because you don't even fight your seasons of isolation anymore. You don't even care anymore about the stuff that a lot of people care about. Like, you're so over so much stuff because you're just so sold out to God. You're like, God, whatever you want, Lord, just do it. Because the only next thing that you want, if it's not to be here on this earth, is to be in heaven. Like, whenever it's that time, Lord, call me on home. Like, you're so at peace with however life goes, because you've lived through too much in too little time. God has literally sped up your life. And a lot of you have experienced this even through the time of the pandemic. Like, you literally felt like God put your life on fast forward. Like, you don't even know how you got to where you are today. You don't even know how you're the age that you are, because you feel like sometimes like, like the last couple years don't even count. Like I'm telling y'all, like, it's so much stuff. It's so deep. And it's like, I know when I'm talking to somebody that understands, because to a lot of people, this just sounds crazy, or they're just like, what are you talking about? Or like, oh, you just take stuff too deep. Oh, no. People don't respect God's authority. They don't respect walking flat-footed and living right in front of God. That's why there's so much church scandals. That's why there's so many false prophets. That's why God is cleaning up house right now, even with the church. That's why a lot of people have left the church, because people take God as a joke, as a hot joke. And God is using you because you have fear of him, because you don't see him as something to just pimp people out for, or to build your image around. No, your image is in Christ. No, if you're going to lift up anything, you're going to lift up the image of God. My God. I just want to leave y'all with the understanding of God sees you, God knows you. And if you ever feel like nobody gets it, God gets it. It can be very lonely walking this walk and being on this path. But just know that God is with you, and he will send you the right people. And if nothing else, follow me and follow people like me. I have to follow people like me. I have to listen to people like me sometimes, just so that I know I'm sane in this world. Because it'd be crazy when you just know too much and you're like, wow, like people just don't get it, man. They just don't get it. The mindset, the mentalities, like they're not there. They're so satisfied with so little, and with stupidity and dumb stuff and the pattern of this world and the image and just a whole bunch of stuff that don't got to do with nothing. They're so caught up with keeping up with the Joneses and trying to look cool in front of other people. And it's just like, don't that get old? I can understand this when you in high school, you in your early 20s, but like, don't that get old after a certain point? Like, you grown now. You dang near pushing mid-30s, 40s. Like, are you not tired of that by now? People don't want to work on themselves. People don't want to build themselves. People don't want to do what they need to do to be better in life. But you got to understand, you are the exception in a lot of these situations where other people are just doing what everybody else does. And people will make you feel weird. People make you feel like something's defective and wrong with you. But no, there's nothing wrong with you. You've been awakened. You don't see life like the average person. You're no longer living in the matrix. You understand there's more out here. There's more to look for. There's more to want. And this is the reason why you live at peace. And people don't understand your peace, so they try to demonize it. But go ahead and live in peace. Go ahead and stick with God and do what you got to do and be who you have to be and continue growing. And don't let nothing limit you. And don't let nothing make you feel like, oh, well, if I keep growing, I'm going to just feel more and more isolated from this world. You should, because you're not of this world. You weren't created for this world. God has a higher purpose and plan. Answer it and do what God is telling you to do, and don't live in doubt.